Guys, it's the next episode of The Grill here. I wanted to change it up a little bit. You know, we had some volunteers. They actually wanted to be on this. So I had a paper contract for you to sign, but I forgot to print it out. So we're just it's gonna be a verbal contract. Anything you say here is just for shits and gaggles.
Okay.
It's just
Gaggles?
Gaggles, you know? We're just fucking around, okay?
Okay.
And you can't be offended and you can't be mad at me.
Yeah.
You can't block me on everything after this.
We won't.
Why are you only looking at her?
That's what I expect to get blocked. That's the person I expect to get blocked from. Anyways. Okay. So, we're going to start with Riley.
Okay.
Just we'll waltz around, but Riley's the first one.
Okay.
So, you go to the University of Colorado.
Yeah.
If you had to compare the average rating of men on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the average in Colorado? What's the average in Chicago?
Chicago's are 6s and Boulder's 9s.
9s.
9/10s. But I think that's just because it's my own personal type. I like skater men. So I am in the right place for it.
You ever find that those guys are stinky?
No, but they look like they would be.
That's what I get the vibe of.
Yeah, they look like they would be, but actually not. I don't. Maybe
no
they just
hygiene
bathe in
issues.
the snow.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it
But there's no
past them.
soap in snow. How do they get clean?
There's some
just get
weird
cleansed?
men. There's some weird men, but they definitely.
Do you think they get cleansed from hitting the slopes?
I was waiting.
Do you guys hit the
I
slopes?
think it's I do.
Nice. You ski?
Yeah.
Nice.
Very much so.
I've never been.
You've never been?
No.
You're gonna have to come visit. It's a good. If you're gonna start, you gotta go in Colorado, but it's they're definitely.
You show them how to make a deep dish pizza out there?
Yeah, the pizza there sucks. The pizza in Colorado sucks. It's really bad. It is horrible. I will say that.
So, did you teach them how to make it, or do you even not know how to make it?
No, I do.
Okay.
And I tried, but they have I will say the one thing about the men in Boulder is that they have really high egos. And so I was trying to teach this guy. I was let's we'll make a good pizza. And he's like, I'm a chef. I know what I'm doing. I make pizza. And he made me the shittiest pizza in the world.
That's
and
a
I
red
was
flag.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of red flags, what's more of a red flag in a guy? If he pulls out a pocket knife on the first date, or if he calls you another girl's name?
Another girl's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that really bad?
Yeah. I would
Especially if you know
so.
the person?
Yeah.
If it's your friend?
Yeah, that's definitely that.
Right?
Because I can justify the
That'd be
pocket
bad.
knife because whatever, especially being in Colorado, you never know when you're gonna have to do some shit, or even in the city. But I would say the other name is definitely not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly.
You ever been to the Mile High City? Denver?
Oh yeah. Love
Did you know it's
Denver.
called that?
No, I didn't.
It's because it's high above the sea level.
Okay.
Because of the mountains and stuff. Why do I know more about Colorado than you? You ever been a mile high in the Mile High City?
No.
You know what I mean?
I have
You know
not.
what I mean? Okay.
I have not.
You're part of the Mile High Club?
Am I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Actually
Why'd you have to
not.
think about it?
Because I had to.
Does this count as...
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, my God.
I did.
Noted.
But it's
Okay.
But it's not. I'm not a part of it. I will say.
Okay. So why'd you want to leave us so bad, by the way? Just wanted to ask.
Not you guys. Not my friends. Obviously, I come home just to see you guys. I just needed to get out of Chicago.
Yeah,
I was
feel
tired
that.
of being here and family.
Yeah, I feel
just
that.
wanted to go and change of scenery and not be somewhere where I get fucked up all the time.
Too.
But
That's kinda-
also I'm getting fucked up in the mountains skiing rather than at some.
Do you get
small
drunk
town bar.
easier, higher elevation?
At first you do, but then you adjust. My
That's
first few
lame.
nights, or my first night I went out there, I only had 2 drinks and I was probably blackout drunk.
Damn.
But
That's saving the money there.
it's
They're saving the money.
exactly saving the money.
Getting
But
drunk quicker.
you get acclimated to it.
Okay.
So
Would you say you're a lightweight in general?
not anymore.
Okay.
Not
Since
since
when?
moving.
Oh.
Not since moving. I've now learned to handle my shit, but it's because I'm drinking way more than I was here.
Okay.
So
And Venya, you're transferring to join her.
I am transferring. Future roomie over here, too.
Why are you going to a college just for two friends?
Oh, that's why you think I'm going?
Yeah, that's the
Just
only
for my
reason that
two
you
friends
could.
There.
That's the only
First
valid
of all,
reason.
Boulder has been my dream school for like 5 years now.
Did you ever like get a shirt or anything?
I have one now.
Did you have one when you were?
No. So, what does that mean?
I'm kidding. I'm
not
totally
that much of a dream school. No,
Yeah.
it's always been my dream school because of the not even Boulder. I love Colorado. I've been so many times and I just love it.
Yeah.
Also a huge ski family.
Why are all Polish people ski families?
Shit.
Literally every family I know. They're like, okay, let's go
It's
skiing.
just the
Let's go
European in
skiing.
us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Born
know.
with the mountains. I don't know.
You like the snow. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you feel pressured to join her because you've become so close
Not at
with
all.
her?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's good.
Like my other friend that's there that I think who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Before she even applied, I always wanted to. And then she got in and I was like, I want to go more now. But
Okay.
not pressured,
Oh, okay, that's
no.
good.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about if you took a guy home and on the morning after he takes a dump in your toilet?
Just a random guy, like a one-night stand kind of thing. Get the fuck out of my house.
Like,
He doesn't ask you anything. He just gets in there and does his thing.
Get out.
get out.
No, that's a
Get
red
out.
flag to the fullest. To
Please
the
leave.
fullest.
Because it's like, if we've hooked up a few times and, like, it's, like, a ongoing thing, like, whatever, like, it's different. But, like, if I met you last night when I was hammered and I don't even remember your name, like, get the fuck out.
Like,
don't-
you're that, like,
don't even drink
comfortable
any
with
water.
me at
Like,
this point?
Hey, maybe he
Get out.
just
Like,
Put your
clothes
pants on and leave.
maybe he just feels so comfortable
If
with
it's
you.
the same thing with the 3-inch dick, too, get the fuck out.
You gotta have something. You gotta have something. man.
No, too comfortable, red flag,
Yeah.
ego. He probably has such an ego.
Yeah, you go thing.
No,
He
get
definitely
out.
thinks he's, like, he can do whatever he wants.
Ew, get out.
Yeah,
He probably
please.
stank up the place, too.
Smelly.
That's smelly
Stinky.
behavior.
Oh my
no.
god. I'm just imagining like that happening and just like, what do you like say? Oh my god.
I don't think I would look at him and just be like,
like,
so
get
the
out.
door's downstairs. You can find your way out.
Please leave.
Hell no.
Okay. We're gonna try something new here.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a situation and you're gonna tell me date or not a date.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Coffee.
It could be a date.
It could be a date. Yeah.
Could be or is. Has to be explicitly said.
Is it a... Okay, I think it's a date if you've had sex. If you had sex and you're, like, getting coffee, then, yeah, it's a date. But, like, if you're, like...
I think it's the opposite.
Like, really?
I
I think it's the total opposite.
I think getting coffee is a date. I'm gonna say it's a date. I think it's a nice gesture. They want to get to
Classy.
know you. They're
Yeah.
gonna buy you coffee, maybe a
Yeah,
pastry.
but, like, I could go get coffee with, like, Deets. Like, that's not a date. Like, me and Deets
That's
aren't
true.
going on a date.
That's true.
You know? Like, that's
I
why
would
say,
start
like, if you've,
thinking,
like,
though.
If you've hooked up or you're, like, planning on hooking up, that's the difference. Like, if there was anything beyond just, like, platonicness there, then, yeah, it's a date. But, like, me and Deets could go get coffee, or me and any of the guys could go get coffee. And it's not a date
I don't
to
know.
me.
My mind would start thinking,
You're like, why you want to just
why
be
do you want to
alone?
get coffee with just me?
It's for friends.
No.
That leads me to another point, a big topic I wanted to discuss with you guys. Being friends with guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Being just friends. And having that implied barrier. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like all guys secretly deep down want to hook up with you? If they found you attractive. You know what I'm saying?
Not all guys.
So
Good
what am
amount.
I gonna say?
A good amount of guys.
Yeah.
is it something you can tell?
Yes.
How long does it take to tell usually, would you say, in your experience?
Few drinks in.
Yeah, if you drink in.
Good drink.
If you drink
That's crazy.
No, yeah. I mean, I think there's a huge difference between, like, being friends with the opposite gender that, like, you think are attractive, but you know nothing's going to happen there because of the way that you met them or, like, the
Certain
situation, things like
circumstances.
that. Right. Like, but there are also very many times that has, like, totally flipped. And so it's kind of, like, like she said, it's like a few drinks in and you can tell whether they're
getting a little handsy, a little
Yeah.
flirtatious.
yeah.
I think certain guys, how do I say this? Like they over longer periods of time, sometimes they do develop the feeling because they get to know you, because they get to
Yeah.
hang out with you more and talk to you about, you know, deeper more than just the surface level
I
of
would
being
agree
friends.
with that.
Right.
So that could
I
also
would
be a
agree
thing.
with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go for it right away when they just want to do whatever, and then sometimes it's like a deeper thing over time.
Well, yeah, I think it is there, but I think the initial, like, there is an initial thing, like, when you become good friends with a guy, and, like, it's, like, in a group, like, our group, like, there is an initial, like, they are either, like, yeah, I would hit that in the future, or, like, nah, like, that's not happening, and I think it
So
only
speaking of that,
really changes.
Venya, how did that happen?
What?
How did it, we're in the back seat of Mike's car. Everyone's around. I'm just driving, high as
Waiting
balls.
for a backseat.
And we dropped Conrad off. I didn't even know you guys did it the whole time we were driving. We dropped Conrad off, and Mike and who was with us? Was Brick?
Yeah.
And he was
And
right
my
there, and
cousin,
Shay,
and my
Shay,
cousin.
yeah. Okay, we discovered that Shay didn't want to fuck Lindsay. We discovered that. He was just trying to be a homie and get you both to sleep over for Conrad.
So we're going with names here.
Oh, I'm going everywhere. What you mean? This is the fucking grail. We haven't been juicy enough yet.
Yeah.
Come on now. I haven't even got to Max and Colin yet.
I was waiting for those
We're
disgusting
just
names.
getting started. We're just getting in the flow of things. Getting comfy.
Okay,
Okay.
We're getting comfy.
Colin, if you're watching this, I didn't think he would do that.
We all
He
fucking
knows.
knew he
I
would.
already talked to Colin. We're good.
Oh,
We're good.
Hey.
He's going to be on the next episode.
Wow.
You don't think Max is going to want to come on?
Oh, I know for sure he's gonna want to come on. I know with that.
Talk to the camera.
I know
not
for
me.
sure you're gonna want to come on.
What's the
Damn.
volume? Damn.
Oh,
Gonna break the
disclaimer
ears.
you gave is making a lot more sense. now.
Yeah, we were just getting to know
what?
each other.
The disclaimer he gave in
Oh.
the beginning.
So, I mean, we talk about, Riley says, guys, they're a few drinks in. Is that what do you think happened? Or do you think this is something he's wanted to do?
Oh, with Rad.
Yeah, with my boy.
I would have to say that night I was like, oh, it's because of the drinks. That
Okay.
night, and then when I talked about it more with Mike and Brick, they got me thinking a little bit.
Brick, you're a victim. You're being pointed at right now.
He's.
I don't know. I just heard all the Mac and I ain't gonna.
I just like I was saying, we pulled to Conrad's.
I told him
we
to be
dro-
quiet.
That's-
I was like, damn, you're being a little loud here.
What do you mean, like smacking his fucking lips every time? Like, what's he doing? He's groaning? What is he doing? No, we dropped him off, and Conrad gets out of the car, and Mike's like, God damn, Conrad, what you doing?
As soon as Shay and Rad left the car, I moved back up to sitting in the middle, and all of you guys just go. Just like
I didn't
turn
even know what
so
happened.
slowly
I'm like, what are
around
y'all
me.
talking? I'm like, what
just
the
sitting there
fuck?
like, I don't know.
Like,
I
what?
don't know
What are y'all
just
looking at?
happened. I really don't.
Okay.
I don't know what to say about this. I really don't. I don't think it's something I'd pursue. But I'm
Okay.
also sober right now.
That's true.
So,
That's true. We can all see it happening again. So
are
let's
you
just.
serious?
You're acting like he's not gonna try again. Like, yeah, I know he's watching this segment too. I'll tell him the timestamp. So you're acting like that motherfucker's not gonna try again. So
So
speaking
then
of
it
speaking
happened.
of Colin, why did he dump you? Kidding. I don't know how it ended.
Yeah.
Anyways, why do you hate his family though?
I don't hate his family. I love his family.
You love his
so
family.
much.
Who do you love more, Aaron or Colin?
Currently,
At all time. Who had? No, how do I say this? Who has had more of your love?
Colin.
Colin.
But Aaron's my little sister.
Yeah.
I watched Erin graduate 8th grade, get her driver's license, pick out her first prom dress, DD her, then her DD me and Colin, and
Yeah.
now I'm still getting I went from the girl problems to the FaceTiming me while I'm across the country about boys, and just having this very because like she obviously doesn't have an older sister. She just has Colin, and so all of the things that she like didn't feel like she could go to people about, it was me, and we had a very, very close relationship, but I can't not give Colin the credit to that, because if there wasn't me and Colin's love and relationship, there wouldn't be Aaron and mine.
True or false? You are proud of the person that you were while you were dating Colin. Overall,
yeah. I think
50.
he made me a way better person. I will say that, like, long distance fucked us up for, like, the first part of it was fine. And it slowly just, like, kind of, I don't know, like, then he got a job in the city. And then I was working out here. We were both working, like, 60 hours a week and never saw each other. And it was just this whole kind of, like, yeah, we're dating, but, like, I don't even feel like I really know you anymore. And I've known you for years, and I've been with you for so long. But I think it was that drastic change of, like first love, high school relationship to all of a sudden we were, like, 20 years old, still together. But I think we both
different people.
Yeah, I think we both still
From 15
wanted to be dating the 16-year-old versions of each other in a way, like the people who we fell in love with. We weren't them anymore, and it obviously didn't end the best. I haven't spoken to him since August, which, like, really sucks. Because I do have so much love for him as a person. He was, like, one of my best friends for years, but
how much of you wanted to be a free spirit?
A lot of me. I will admit that, like, I was really mentally ill for a lot of our relationship, and he was fantastic with that. He was probably the best person I could have been with to be during that time, you know, like, he helped me in so many ways, and I wouldn't be who I am today without him, like, being there for me. But I also then fell in love with the idea of, like, this is the rest of my life. Like, it's all set for me. And then all of a sudden I, like, got a lot better, and I was 20 years old and had my life planned out for me. And that was scarier than, like, anything, was the fact that I am now 20 years old and I will have everything planned out for me, and I don't get to make, like, I'm not, like, making any choices. Like, my family had moved to Colorado. I, like, wanted to go be in Colorado, but I stayed here for an extra, like, 2 years so I could go visit him at school. Mm-hmm. And that is definitely where it's, like, it gets tricky.
What do you say to the haters that say, Riley didn't deserve Colin?
Are people saying that?
The haters are saying that. What do you have to say to them?
I mean, I think part of me, yeah, I didn't. Colin is a fantastic human who deserves so much in everything that he's worked for. I have nothing bad to say about that man. Like, I will never say a bad thing besides the fact that, like, I think I somewhat, like, changed myself to be with him for a long time. But I mean, I do think that, like, you know, once we both moved, it wasn't fair to either of us. We didn't deserve each other anymore because it just wasn't fair. Like, we weren't supposed to be together at that point anymore.
Venya, what's your reaction going to be when you find out your son sent nudes?
When my son
When
sent
your
nudes?
son sends nudes.
Okay.
What's the course of action?
Is he, like, really young?
He's 13 years old.
13. So what is that? Middle school?
7th grade.
7th grade. Okay. Yeah, shit, I didn't do that stuff. So I'd probably be like, what's your problem?
They're going to have the iPhone 25.
iPhone 25.
That thing is not going to be like what we had in 7th grade.
Oh, God.
He's going to get the 360 panorama.
Like, yeah, I was just going to say, is this going to be, like, 3D? Like, are they going to be able to, like, touch it, too?
They're doing, what's the
VR?
They're doing
VR.
VR.
Like, they're able to, like, see everything. No, I would probably whoop his ass. If it's like that. If it's really like that.
You idiot.
I would be ashamed. I wouldn't be embarrassed for him because he's so young and, like.
What if you find out she didn't want him?
That what?
That she didn't want him.
The
girl.
Unsolicited?
Oh, no. I wouldn't look at him the same. Oh, my God, no. I don't even want to think about that. Okay. I'm scared to have, like, a male child because I like
Gotta have
to
a good
think.
dad.
What?
Gotta have a good dad.
yeah, I'd like to think that I'd raise them like with manners and just be a gentleman, and then I hope that like my husband is just gonna like teach him the things that I can't really teach him that I don't know about. So I hope he wouldn't do that. But if he does as such a young child and like to a poor girl who doesn't even know what that is yet, like
right.
I would
Well, she's gonna know.
Ashamed.
Come on.
I would really be ashamed. I'm in loss of words because I'd probably beat him. I'm kidding.
We can't do that. It's
I
23.
wouldn't do that. But I'm just saying, like,
I would not do that.
I would let him know. Like, I would be
Kid is
ashamed,
not
like,
getting touched. Wait, that sounded bad. I don't touch kids. She was touching him, not me.
I was beating him.
Beating his meat? What?
Not you agreeing with him. Okay.
We got our first not you on the podcast.
Let's change the fucking question, please.
Do you really want to change the question? No, so we already gave Riley her shit. Venya, Max Adame. What do you have to say to
The
that?
Max Adame.
The
That
Max
title.
Don't give him the ego on this. Anyways,
Thank you.
what do you have to say to the haters that say Venya only dated him for his clout?
Okay, first of all, if people actually say that, like, I'd be...
The haters are saying it. Listen to them.
The stairs. Okay, never. I would never do that. Well,
What if you had a Lamborghini?
What?
What if you had a Lamborghini?
I don't care about cars. I'm gonna be honest.
What if you had a nice house?
I don't really care about that either.
What if you had a nice cock?
I'm talking like.
That's a clip right there.
I'm not saying it's all of it, but that's a good thing to have. I'm just saying. Okay,
So why'd you date him for his clout?
I didn't date him for his clout.
For his followers and his
what followers
and his fame.
No, I literally didn't. Okay, I've known of Max since like 8th grade, right?
That's it? Really?
Yeah, I mean we didn't go to the same school or anything, and then
Oh,
we
I
just
forgot
like
you went to Winston.
yeah.
Who would go to Winston?
I've
Right? Not me.
Nah, yeah.
Not me.
Stank over
I would
there.
never do that.
For real. But no, I've known of Max since like 8th grade through like cross country, track, all that
sure.
stuff. I knew he was a swimmer. And then his older brother was on the same like club team as me, so I just like knew.
You're making these head movements. It's kind of funny. You're like,
Sorry.
hey, same club team and shit.
Same
And I was
club
like,
team as
okay,
me, you know,
for sure.
PPD, Tiger
I was like,
Sharks.
for sure. Swimmer vibes.
Stop doing that.
Then stop dating him for his clout.
I didn't date him for his clout, first of all. Okay, and then we'd never had classes throughout the whole high school year.
Right, we've heard
I
this
was in a
thing,
long-term relationship. He was in a long-term relationship. And then we finally had a class together senior year, and it wasn't...
So speaking of Max and relationships, why'd you date him after you knew he cheated?
Because there's always two sides to the story.
And did you hear both sides?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Shit.
I did.
Or both sides?
I that's not my place to say.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's not my place to say.
But it was enough rationale for you to say give him a chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I never had anything against Max, I won't lie. And then when I got closer with him and got to know him in class senior year, I was just like, all right, like, he's a cool kid. He's funny. Like,
He's a goofy fucking goober.
he's a goofy goober. I was just going to say that. He's
Really?
a fucking goober.
He is
And
a
I was
goober.
like, he is. I hated his fucking blonde hair at that time, though. So I was like, everything else is fine except for this disgusting
Gotta get through this
noodle hair.
phase.
Yeah, I was like, I kept asking him every day. I was like, when are you gonna chop that off? Like, it looks like ramen on your hair. Like, it's disgusting.
Wasn't as bad as Micho's.
And he's like, all the girls fucking dig it. And I'm like, that's a
What?
lie. Like, what girls? What fucking girl? Like,
Side-eye.
people from like,
Oh no.
I don't know, like I don't know, but like
His fucking
Probably-
roster.
his roster. Yeah, you know a lot about his roster.
I'm just spitting the facts on the notes here. That's all I got to work.
No, you're not wrong about the roster. Let me tell you that. Like, you're not.
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah. So
Alright,
goober.
All right. Anyway, I got to know him more.
Right.
And then obviously we started hanging out over the summer a lot. I met all of you amazing people. Now you're my close friends,
yeah.
which I will always be grateful to him for that. Meeting all of you guys, having a great summer. Like, I have no regrets whatever happened over the summer. I had a good time. I still think back and, like, look at my memories, and I can't wait for this summer.
For sure.
But the kid kind of broke my heart when it did happen, so.
So what are 3 words, singular words, that you would use to describe your time with Max and Tommy?
When we were together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your time with him.
Okay. It was memorable.
Okay.
It was goofy. I'm going to say goofy.
I love how you're using full sentences. I really like it. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay. You're being sarcastic?
You should cite your sources too.
Huh?
He said 3 words, babe.
I'm sorry.
Memorable,
I was processing.
goofy.
Memorable, goofy.
Exhausting.
Damn!
I'm going to say memorable, goofy, and
Calling shot clock here.
I'm
Say
sorry.
less. Say less.
I'm sorry. It's hard to. I haven't thought about this kid in a while.
Say less.
It was tiring. At times it was
Okay.
tiring.
I was
Memorable.
tired, babe.
Damn!
I was tired.
She's like, she sees her phone call from Venue. She'll be like, "My
All right,
God, what do
okay,
you do? What do you
fine,
do now?
well, let me- yeah.
What do you do now?"
No, it'd be like that we'd be hanging out. We'd be hanging out, and it'd be like the dead silence, like. And I'd be like, what'd he
you're
say?
like, what's she type?
I'd be like, what'd he say?
Yeah, okay.
And then we like sit there, we talk about it, or like he'd be being kind of shitty, and then he'd be across the country, and I'd be like, okay, I'm coming over, like let's talk about it, like, you know, like
I'll go with those 3 words though. No, yeah.
it is when you're so close with someone and they're in a tiring and draining relationship, it does that to you too, just because you love them so much, like.
On a scale, not a scale, on a number between 1 and 100, how much of it was your fault, the breakup? Or your choosing?
What?
Or your choosing?
I wouldn't even split it 50-50, honestly. I mean, I think he'd probably say majority. No, he said it was all my fault. So I'm going to say it was maybe like, are we doing like percent wise? All right, I'm going to say
55,
like,
47, 23.
I'd
Those are
say he was
numbers.
70 and I had the rest, 70-30.
He wanted to break up more than you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what you meant. I thought you meant why we broke up.
No, just who wanted it.
Oh,
Yeah.
then he was 100%.
Damn.
Oh, for sure. Maybe like 98. I'll give him
So
98.
he gives you a text tomorrow night, and he's like, "I want to talk to you."
Mm-hmm.
He wants to get back together. How quick are you? How quick are you getting back together?
Currently, at this moment, not quick.
Okay.
Not quick.
Not quick means eventually.
If he finally like matures and grows up, give me a call. You know.
Okay.
But I.
Speaking of that, what do you have to say to the girls that are thinking about getting into a relationship with him? What do you have to say to them?
Just think about it twice.
Damn.
Think about it twice. Like, that might sound.
Any like tips and tricks? Any life hacks for them?
To date him,
Yeah. What's the
Like-
handbook?
Max is gonna be Max. I think everyone knows that.
Okay.
Max is gonna be Max. He thinks one way while you think the other, and as much as he tries to compromise with you and he says he's gonna compromise with you, it only goes so far. And then it's like he'll say like, "Oh, I changed so much for you. Like, I would die for you." Like, all this shit, right?
Good one.
And like, obviously, like, if you're in love with someone, you're gonna be like, my heart, like, I would do the same thing for you. And I probably still would, because I'll always care for him, but I lost all respect for him, obviously. But if a girl wants to get in a relationship with him, like, do it. I mean, like, he's a fun guy, I won't lie. Like, he will bring you happiness at one point. But then once you start getting comfortable with each other, like, you might start disagreeing with him a little bit. And then just, like, you'll see his true colors, and, like, the roster will start popping up. And you'll start getting really worried about that, even though, you know.
Is that something you were ever insecure about?
Yes. With him, all the time. Especially when he, like, It was only when he went to school.
Really?
Yeah. It was only when he went to school. Like,
Interesting.
over the summer and, like, at home, I didn't really, like, I was with him every day, and then I just, like, didn't really have anything to worry about. But the first month he was at school, we had close to no contact. Like, he would say hi, good morning, and, like, say some things, but I would wake up the next day and he was, like, in a girl's dorm, sleeping. Uh-huh. But it's just because he didn't want to walk home alone, drunk, without his friend, because his friend fell asleep. But I will, whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. No, I
Whatever.
got really worried, yeah.
Okay. Is that something in general in relationships, not just the ones you've had, but just with any girl or like in life, that just like the whole, what do you have to say about that? Like that when a guy is with dating you, should they be insecure about them talking to other girls? Should they be concerned about cheating? Or are you part of the philosophy that's like cheaters are going to cheat? Or are you trying to stop it in its tracks?
You see,
Because I feel like being insecure about it, like you're trying to stop someone from doing something that what they want to do.
everyone's going to have insecurities, though.
Yeah.
Like, and it's hard to get past insecurities as much as you try so hard to just not let it bother you. Like, it will. And as much as, like, you'd lie to yourself, like, okay, like, it's fine. It's just going to keep
Yeah.
like,
If
creeping
it's something
back
that's in
at
you, it's just going to
Well,
come
like,
out.
I like in my own personal experience with it, like the MSU girls who I was very good friends with for the entirety of Colin being at MSU and me going up there. I didn't really even know them, but like I knew, like Colin would tell me stories all the time, and I'd be like, I don't know these girls, and like you speak very highly of them, but I have no clue
Damn.
who they are, and like they don't know that I really exist. And then I met them, and that at first, like, they came up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, like, they were like, who are you? Like, who do you know here? And I was like, oh, like, I'm
Who do you know
Riley.
here?
Like, I'm Colin's girlfriend. They're like, you're Colin's girlfriend? Like, very excited to meet me. Like, I clicked with them very quickly, but, like, you know, there was still, like, 6 months later where I was
getting
still,
to-
like, there were still some girls in the friend group that I was, like, very much so convinced, because I'd, like, call Colin at, like, 3 a.m. because we were hammered, and, like, I'd want to, like, go to bed, and he'd be like, I'm out on the porch, like, talking to so-and-so, and I'd be like, okay, like, why can't I sit on FaceTime with you guys? Like, am I not friends with her, too? Like, and there were just very many things that, like, even though, like, I was friends with these girls and I had a good relationship, like, on the opposite
It's just
end
like a
of
surface
her.
level friend thing.
Yeah,
just
like,
for Colin.
I
That's just all
still
it
was,
is.
yeah, I was just like, I don't know, like, you're states away, and I think it's
Yeah.
very different when you're not long distance. Like, in a long distance and in college, it is so
Right,
easy
college-
to just be so
college adds so much
scared.
more.
But, like, when
The
Colin and
culture.
I were home, just like her and Max, like, when he was home, like, I had no
It was almost perfect.
other thoughts. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like, they go away to school, and it's like, even though you love them and you trust them very much, like, it's still like,
They're back at that college
yeah,
life, you
with
know?
those girls who don't really know you, and
Yeah.
even in my situation, even though they did, I still had weird feelings, because
Yeah,
it
they have
sometimes
no
would
obligation
happen
to
in
like
front
care
of
for
me.
your feelings.
I'd be
Yeah.
sitting in the apartment, it'd be happening in front of me, and I would like I'd turn to Chris, and I'd be like, and Chris would be like, and I'd be like, nah, like, you seeing what I'm seeing, like,
Chris
and
is,
that was
out of all
just-
people, you're asking for girl observations from Chris.
I know, but like, I was closest with Chris out of all the guys there.
Yeah, naturally.
You know, like, and so that was like, I don't know, but it still was a very, like, I had a very different experience with the girls in our, like, ex-boyfriend's friend groups away at school, and I
Yeah.
still had the same insecurities.
So
So,
speaking of that, Venya, what do you what kind of things do you have to say about Max's friend group, and how did they make you feel? Did they make you feel welcoming? Did they make you feel like you mattered and existed? Did they? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much about the actual friends because I generally know nothing about them. But when I went to go visit him for a full week, right away, no, I didn't really feel welcomed. I mean,
And how much of that responsibility falls on Max?
I
What percentage?
because we were together, I would say like 80% of it was on him because he is the boyfriend and they were his friends, and I was going into a completely different state, like a completely different school, like, and the people there are a lot different personality wise than like us or here, so it was kind of hard to like vibe with them, I guess, have a little bit of a click, but I didn't feel respected. Our relationship did not feel respected, and right away when I got there, they're like, oh, this is this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl. And then like, oh, and this is 2 guys. Yeah. And these are like 2 guys. And I vibed with them. Most of the, like, with his close guy friends and like one of the girls. Only one of the girls. Like that whole week, it was just constant arguments. And it was mostly because of like a couple particular girls. And then
You gotta bring up the hat.
oh, one of them like knitted him a fucking hat that I'd buy from like Goodwill.
He
like,
wore it all the time.
and he wore it all the time, and then he asked her to make another one because she's such an artist and he wants to be her. Like, he wants her art skills, you know what I mean? And then whenever I was passionate in something, he'd be like, oh, because you're just cocky. You're just cocky and, like, blah, 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 and buttering yourself up. I'm like, oh, I'm, like, sorry, I'm good at something. I don't know. Like, no, he has, like...
What do you have to say to the people that say, that's him being jealous of you?
That's what I started thinking. And, like, after we broke up, a couple people would tell me that, too, like, so that I, you know, get better with the heartbreak. But I was just like, okay, even if you are, like, maybe you are, like, don't be. I'm not doing anything to make you jealous. I didn't think I was. And I would always compliment him, and I would always help him or try to help him with, like, his designing and, like, making shirts and just telling him, like, don't care what other people think, just make
How
what
much
you
of that
love.
falls back on your partner should be supportive of you in your successes and in your failures and in what you do together?
Yeah, no, I mean, a relationship is 100-100. Like, I will always think that. People will say, like, 50-50, but I'm going to say it's all in or nothing. Even if it's, like, 75-25, like, no. It's 100-100, and if you don't, like, feel like you're getting that same amount back, then you either work on
What's
it
the
and
point?
I mean, either what's the point, or, like, you work on it and it gets so much better because you get to know each other more as people.
You get
and
to know who they
grow.
are through the struggles, not just the fun
The
times.
highs, yeah, exactly. It's always the lows that, like, is
How
when
do they
you
handle
know
the lows?
Yeah, and that's when you see their true colors. And I think I saw them a lot, like, when he went to school, and it wasn't always bad. Like, I will give it to him. He called me every day, sometimes 4 times a day. Like, the communication, for the most part, it was there, but then it was just, like, the jealousy would always come into play on my end sometimes with, like, his girlfriends there, and then whenever I asked for more, like, reassurance or just, like, say that he, like, is proud of me, like, that's when it was just, like, lacking.
Did you make that known that you needed that?
Oh yeah. And he would always say that he wanted reassurance too, and as much as I thought I tried so hard, I would do something different every day to, like, let that be known. He kept asking for more and kept saying, like, I'm not given enough, so that just kind of made me feel like
Was any part of it that you think that's he wanted to hear something different, or he just was never satisfied?
both. I asked him, I was like, is there something different you want me to do? Because I'm running out of ideas. Like, our relationship's through the phone. So, like, there's only so much I can do.
Yeah.
And then I let it know that kid had my heart. He had my heart. Like, anyone here can, like, testify to that because he really did. And when he broke up with me, it just shattered, so. And then there's, like, no contact whatsoever now, and he seems like he's doing so much better, like, through what I see. Hopefully,
They all do.
The front of the lens is always scarier than the back.
Also true. But I'm scared for what this summer is going to be. Like, I know I'm going to be seeing him constantly.
I'm, like, really scared.
It's going to be fun. We're all
I'm,
going
like,
to grab
gonna
our
have to
popcorn
send-
and be
I'm gonna
like,
have to, like, send this man, like, a LinkedIn message to, like, be like, hey, like, we should probably talk before, like, we see each other for the first time in 9 months and haven't
Colin?
spoken since then. Yeah. So I know I'm gonna have to see him. Like, we can't avoid each other forever. Like, we can avoid each other on the breaks, but we cannot avoid each other for almost an
In the
entire
same
summer
friend group,
in the
too.
same friend group.
Like-
And I feel like we should have a conversation of, like, hey, like, we haven't seen or talked since August, and we're gonna have to be like hanging out with each other, and I don't want to like walk down into Mike's basement and have Colin sitting there and everyone be looking around like, holy shit, they haven't talked in 9 months. Like I feel like we just owe that to our friends necessarily, so there's not like drama. Like I don't want there to be issues. Like I don't want to walk in there and have everyone be like,
it's just
all
silent,
eyes
like
on
crickets.
us. Like holy shit, like what's gonna happen? Like are they gonna get drunk and yell at each other? Are they gonna get drunk and sob and like something's gonna happen? Like I don't want that to happen. But like that man has no social media anymore, and I'm blocked on everything. I think the only thing I'm like not blocked on is are like things he doesn't have except for Discord, but I don't have Discord anymore because I'm scared to go into that group chat. I'm really scared to go into that Discord group chat. But like I'm like blocked on like Venmo. Like that man blocked me on Venmo.
I remember that.
Like that was insane. That was a little much to me.
Fuck Venmo. You can find so much juicy shit on there, and I hate it.
Dude, the fucking feed should not exist.
Yeah.
Why does that exist?
I don't know. But sometimes I'll be bored and go on.
Oh my god.
I find so many things. I find so many things out.
Why are you paying him for coffee?
Why are you paying her for gas?
Why are you paying her for Plan B?
Where did she fucking take you?
What is Plan B? And why do you need $50 for it?
Did Plan A not work out?
That's their whole slogan. That is their whole
That's why it's called B.
I said it as a joke.
Damn. Jesus.
No, that's another thing though. Like her and Colin's like situation, mine and Max is so different because they were so long term and like everything they've gone through. Yeah. But Max just like bundled everything and everything happened so fast and he was just out. Like he just got like bored. It seemed like he got bored and he just like he victimized himself to the fullest, and I know he still does because afterwards he was like, you treated my friends like shit, like you could have been nicer, and I'm like, shit.
What is a guy gonna do? Take accountability? What?
Yeah.
Like,
right?
What?
Damn.
At
Like
least
y'all
we
should
do
at some
It's
point.
hard.
At
It's
least
really
we do
hard.
that.
Yeah.
At least we do
Y'all
some of
should
that.
maybe a little bit be a lot better for us.
Maybe
You know, now we have to deal with the
it's
consequences.
literally really hard.
It's
It's really hard.
Is it though?
For some guys, it's really hard. It's just like
For some guys.
it could come back to an ego thing. It could come back to I don't want to face my failures in the face and admit to them. That's a lot of people feel that way. I surely do sometimes, and it's hard. It's hard to be like, yo, I fucked up. I gotta fucking be like, hey, my bad.
It takes character.
I mean,
You have to
why
be a
do we
big
think
person.
I moved to Steamboat for a month, guys? Like,
That's your story.
you know, like, that was me, like, owning up to my shit, being like, yeah, like, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up so bad, I need to go move across the country for a month. Like, I don't know.
I wanted to do that plenty of times.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have the luxury of doing it, but, like, you know, it's like at least, like, I owned up to my shit, like, and he knows I owned up to my shit. But I just don't know why other people can't do that with their own things. Like, what's so bad about, like, being
Well,
like, yeah,
you've been in their
you're
shoes.
human.
You've been in their shoes when you first be like, whoa, I just did that thing.
Yeah.
So you've been there, and you came out the other end somehow.
Yeah.
That's what
It makes you a better person.
Yeah.
Like, you're never gonna change and grow if you, like, don't,
You've
like,
survived
fuck
all.
up.
You've
And,
survived
like,
all the hardest parts of your life.
Yeah, like, there's no way to, like, become a better person if you, like, don't, like, do something wrong. Like, that's just inhuman.
You can't.
Like,
Yeah, everyone fails.
it's not, yeah, everyone fucks up. Like, that's the nature of being alive. Like, I know, to what degree? Like, obviously, like, if you go kill someone, I'm not going to be like, oh, like, you took accountability, like, you're fine. But, like, you know, like, to, like, some things, like, with whatever happened this fucking summer.
Character
like,
mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
like, you know, like, I can own up to my own character. It was pretty shitty this summer, and, you know, I've changed and I've become a better person, I think. And I would hope so.
If you can tell the difference, then there's something. Because if you can't
tell the difference, honestly.
Well, that's where it starts. If you can't tell the difference, you're like, I don't know if I'm different, then you probably haven't changed.
I mean,
if you can tell that you've had a mentality shift and you've had an actual character realization, then you probably have done something, even if it's just a little bit.
I think
I'd
it's
say
just
you
like,
seem happier.
Yeah, I am a lot happier.
That's
but I mean,
that's the
like,
starting point.
And I think Boulder helped a lot.
Yeah,
with
Boulder
that too.
helped a lot too. It was good to get into an environment because, like, honestly, the whole base of the Steamboat shit was Colin gets to go to a new place in a new house that I haven't been in, that
With
he doesn't have
friends,
memories with me. Like, I was like, I have to lay in the same bed that he has slept in and hang out with his friends. Like, because, like, you guys are my friends, but, like, they grew up with him, you know, and it's very different. And so that was the whole, like, I need to go. And then I came back, and, like, I was better for a while, but, like, I came home for Christmas break, and I lost my shit. Like, straight up. And then I moved to Boulder, and things have gotten better because I have friends that, like, have no connection to him, and I think it's just, like, a total refresh. But, like, to, like, the whole, like, character and, like, change, like, growing because you make mistakes, like, yeah, like, I can say, and, like, she can say, and you guys can, that, like, yeah, I am happier, and I do think I am a better person, and I, like, feel a lot different. But to me, that validation is always going to come from the person that you made the mistake with. Like, I won't feel better, fully healed and fine until, like, I probably have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
And that's just because
That
of the fact of,
reconciliation.
like, you know, it's just how it is. Like, I still feel that way with, like, mistakes I've made. Even if they were, like, stupid little ones in, like, high school, like, hurting one of, like, my girlfriends on accident because, like, I said something shitty and them just, like, never speaking to me again. Like, I still, like, think
Closure's
about that
huge.
sometimes. Yeah, like, there's no closure in a lot of things, and yeah. It's, like, something that needs, it gets so cliche of, like, oh, like, I need to talk to him, like, I need closure, but, like, it is a huge thing. Like, it definitely, like, I don't think anyone can heal and move on in either aspects, whether it was the person who got hurt or the person
It sucks
who
because
did
sometimes,
the hurting.
sometimes they think they don't owe you that.
Yeah,
And they don't think
but I
they,
think everyone
I
deserves
think that's-
closure.
it's a
the
big,
worst
it's a big
thing.
thing. Like, on the receiving end, you want to receive it, and then on the giving end, person who would have to give the closure,
Right.
they don't want to give you that. They don't think they owe you that, and it just kind of sucks sometimes from
Right.
That
I
sucks
mean,
a
I think
lot.
everyone deserves it. Like, I think it's good for both
because you know it's what you
parties.
need.
Yeah, I think it's good for both parties. Like, because no matter what, like, the person who's giving the closure can think they've moved on and all.
Exactly. Like
All
they're thinking,
wounds are
I'm
healed and
moved
they're
on,
good.
everything's fine in the world.
Yeah,
but
but,
they
like,
don't know how you're.
Sometimes it comes back to bite you in the ass. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I
Karma's a
honestly-
bitch.
Karma is a
Karma
bitch.
is a bitch.
Karma's a bitch.
Karma is real, and it is a bitch.
Yeah, I will
yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah.
But, like,
Do you guys look at your star signs and you like ask a guy what he is on the first date?
No, absolutely not. Okay.
No.
I will say, though, after shit goes downhill with a guy, we'll be like, oh, it's because
Oh,
he's
it's
that.
'cause
We're
of
not
that.
fucking compatible.
Like, I will say, like, my most recent letdown by a man was a tall, skinny brunette guy with the C name who was also a Cancer with green eyes.
What the fuck did you just say?
Like a
So
he was
basically
Colin.
Colin.
He was
What's
like
a C name?
his name.
Oh,
his
starts
name
with a
started
C. I thought you meant like the ocean. Like he comes from the sea.
Oh
I was like,
my
what?
God.
I was like, what the fuck you on right now,
No,
man?
no, like his name. Both their
Okay.
names start with a C. They're both tall brunettes. They both have green eyes, and they're both Cancers. And they like I
Those
both
Cancers,
was hurt
man.
pretty bad, and I was like, you know what, like. You know, maybe I gotta stay away from them. Like, I don't know. Like, and I blamed it on that. I was like, yeah, that's why. I can't do the
Then,
brunette
yeah.
Cancer men.
It's until after shit goes downhill, I'll start
Yeah.
blaming it.
But what if shit goes downhill and you look it up and you're like fucking compatible?
But
Yeah, I'm
but then
most
I looked it up, and they
compatible.
say I'm not compatible.
See, I'm most compatible with Cancers, but they always do me so wrong.
Theoretically, if a guy does you dirty and you look it up and you're like, what is he actually? And he's like, whatever your most thing is, your most compatible. What do you do? What do you say
I mean,
then?
are we dating?
Sure. You're like
And we broke up, or we're still together?
how you and Max were like before he went away. You're like basically dating.
Basically. Oh no, I mean, I'd still give it a try. But then
Yeah.
it's like, if it keeps going, I'm not gonna let myself go through that. Like, I was in a relationship where it was just,
But he's a
So-
Pisces. You got to give him a chance. I don't know.
he was a fucking Virgo. They're
I hate
selfish.
Virgo men.
They're
I hate
selfish.
Virgo
Maybe it's because his birthday is like, you know, I don't know. He always makes jokes about his birthday. I'm not gonna, like, whatever.
Oh, 9/11 jokes?
Yeah, always 9/11 jokes.
Nice.
And like, it's just Max. Like, I will say again, Max will be Max. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if you say that, people will be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
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 But, like, in general, I'll look at that shit and, like, I think it's cool. Like, oh, like, we are compatible, like, whatever. And, like,
You ever do the thing on TikTok where you match up the,
The
moons?
moons?
I
Never
haven't
did
done
it.
that.
But like,
Never.
would you
Yes.
like try that?
Yeah, low key. But like,
Is this supposed to match
but, like,
together, or
if
is it supposed to make a moon?
It's supposed to make a moon.
Oh.
So like,
Make a full moon.
yeah, it's
So like, say they have like a crescent, and you have like most of it.
then it
Gotcha.
makes it.
And then you're
But
like,
it's
okay,
I'm
marriage.
not
Your
gonna like
soulmate.
And you're like,
not-
marriage.
I'm not gonna like not talk to a guy because it's like, oh, like we're not compatible. Like
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
like
good.
fuck
No, like,
that.
that's
But
crazy.
I'm
So
also
you're,
like,
you're saying.
but I'm also
Yeah.
not only gonna talk to a guy because we're like compatible, even though he's like
For
doing
sure.
me shitty. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
For sure. I want to resume the segment we had before where we did date or not date.
Like, okay.
Okay.
So what about a baseball game?
Just us two.
Just you two.
Date.
Date. What about ice cream? Just you two.
I'm gonna say not date because I did
Yeah,
do
not
that and I
date.
didn't see it as a date.
Not
Okay.
date.
For sure.
I've done that before too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Not date.
What about a frat party? Like he's like, you come to my frat party.
Not a date.
Oh fuck no, not a date.
I mean, I'd
No?
be like, oh, I'm all in. I'm a
No,
slut
not a
for
date
friends.
because
Oh,
I like that is there's
Fiji guy.
no way I'm gonna that as a date because then I like
But no, that's not a
it's
date.
not
That's
a
fucking weird.
Are you telling me you weren't at Fiji guy's place when I snapped you that morning?
Oh, we will never know.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, that was
Anyways,
Lindsay's dark dorm.
no, because if that's
Did I not
Yeah, okay.
snap you with her in the
Um,
next one?
yeah, okay. The next one, 2 hours later, when you walked home with your holding your shoes outside. Anyways,
I had shoes on, just no socks.
I walked out of his place with shoes on.
Just no socks.
You left your socks at his place.
I lost them on the bus. I was putting them on. I was waiting to put my Converse on. They disappeared. So I never found them.
Took them.
No, they were on the bus.
Oh, a
I was
homeless
putting
man
them
tried
on.
to
They're
take
up
my
for sale,
suitcase
like,
the
on,
other
like,
day
the,
on the bus.
Oh God.
Yeah, like when I was flying here, like I missed my first bus, so I had to get on like the regular one that like all the homeless people take.
Sick.
And he like bumped into my suitcase like 'cause I was sitting there, and he just like kept like dragging it with this. And I was like, "Excuse me, sir, like can I have it?" And he was like, "What?" Like you're trying to like get off, and I was like, "Can I have my suitcase, please?" Like.
I would have
Please.
freaked out.
No, I was
That's
freaking out.
scary.
The homeless population in Boulder is actually so bad.
It's really
Sorry,
bad.
sidetrack, but it's
Very
really
sidetracked.
bad.
That's awful, yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Anyways,
what is this a date? If he says come over.
they say come over or play date.
No, he just
That's
says
what
come
we use
over.
in Boulder.
Okay,
They
but
say like, do you want to have a play date? Like,
okay,
you
so
wanna
we'll do
come
both.
play?
We'll do come over. Is come over a date, and is play date a date?
No.
No to both. No.
No.
What if he sets up like candles and stuff?
No.
What if he says Netflix and chill?
No.
No.
The
That
candle.
man is trying to just like get in your pants.
If
Yeah,
He sets
does
up like
not
roses
care.
and shit, man.
If he does
No.
the roses and candles, he probably just wants you to see like, oh, I'm different.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
a
not.
But he
at
does
all.
that for every guy.
But all he wants at the end is just some fun. You know?
Some play date time.
Some play
Yeah,
date
no,
time.
like that. Like those texts. I will tell you firsthand. Those play date texts are not a date.
No, they're not a date.
They're not.
Dude,
No way.
that's actually an efficient system. You get the point across without saying it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like,
that.
can I have a play date? Like,
I like that.
You want to come play?
He's
I
gonna
like
use
that.
it now.
I can't because they don't know what like.
They don't. They're
They
gonna
don't
be like,
know.
"What the fuck?" Do
Yeah,
you
what the
know?"
fuck
That
you
is, like,
talking
the thing
about?
in
Come to Boulder
though.
and they'll be like, "Aight."
They'll be like, "All right, like,
I'll
let's
be
have
there.
a play date."
I'm
Like,
going.
I'll fucking be there. So, what's your guys' take on BBLs and breast implants as well? What's your take? You gonna get them?
Like, I kind of want them.
yeah, I kind of want.
I want like a good full B.
That's a yeah. There you go.
It's a good size.
It's not crazy, but it's,
It's not
like
crazy, but there's something.
See, like, I don't want like implants. I just want them to like shape them better. Like,
Okay.
I just want them to like sit nice.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
how they sit when they are fake.
Gotcha.
Like that's how it
Gotcha.
like. So like I don't want more though. Like I'm good. I just want them to like look like Alex Earl's when like
Look
just
like
like when they just like sit perfectly because they're fake.
Those are too big for me, though.
No, like I
And-
don't want them to be that big. I just mean like the way that they sit
They
so
sit.
nicely in every single top she wears.
fucking love Alex Earl, but her nipples like too high.
Yeah, it is.
They're, like,
that's because
really
it's really
high up.
fake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
very.
too fake.
Yeah, but I love her. She's a queen. It's okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
What's the obsession with her? Like
She's just so
feel like she
real.
came out of
She's
nowhere.
so real.
She's so real.
Real?
She's
That's-
so real.
As we talk about her fake tits, she's so real.
No, because she's really, she tells us, like, she's like, this is what exactly, like, what I got in
Okay,
my tits.
she's
like, This is
transparent.
who I go to. Yeah, she's transparent. And, like, She'll post her.
No, it's okay. You know.
No,
what were we
it's
saying?
not.
She's real.
Anyway, she's
like
real.
you said, transparent.
Yeah, transparent.
She
Transparent's a
knows
good
her
word.
boobs are fake as fuck.
Yeah,
But she'll
and
be like,
she
yeah,
knows
they're fake.
and she knows she's like overly rich and like
Right.
way more.
It's
rich
more of
than
a like
everyone
a
else.
relatable thing instead of
Right.
like all those other
Yeah.
or influencers who don't share any of
Right.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
And they're kind of like, who are we? Don't even like know them. So
Right.
I see what you're saying.
And like she'll like post herself like all glammed up and gorgeous, but then she'll also post herself like hungover.
Accutane and
like
all
I'm
that
like her
too.
Accutane stuff and like her hungover, like I haven't gone to class in like 5 days because I'm so hungover, like or like she like posted like she kept us like updated on like this, like 10-page essay that she was writing one night. Like it's very much so like I don't know, I like her because I feel like I live a very similar life, like not in like the rich money like going to like the Miami clubs, but like in a like I go out as much. I go out like I said, like Tuesday through Sunday. Like sometimes like it's I go out a lot of days, and so like seeing her like go do that, but then like somehow still get her ass to class. I'm like, well, Alex went to class today. Like I can go to class. Like she went to a
That's
Miami
fair.
club. I went to the fucking taco junkie. Like
Hell yeah.
I can get my ass.
As much
like,
as
there.
she's relatable, like it's for college girls that can relate to her so much.
Yeah.
But then she's no like Emma Chamberlain, where she's like
Yeah.
real, you know.
Right.
But that's
Sure.
a different story.
Yeah.
The
Like,
last,
also,
the,
like,
the
makeup.
last thing. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, just like the makeup stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very real. She has a very good makeup routine, and that's what hooked her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what got
That's
her
usually
all
how that's usually how
started.
it goes.
Yeah.
If they know what they're doing with the makeup, and they
Well, like she doesn't.
can explain
though.
it.
She doesn't.
She just
Doesn't
likes
explain it?
doing it.
She just likes doing it, and
Oh.
she just like has the money to have good products.
Mhm.
So
Fair.
everyone was like, "Oh, okay."
I need to get
like,
that.
I'm
Like
gonna
those
get that.
bronzing drops, I need it. From
Yeah,
Elephant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have those.
Is she gonna ever like make her own makeup?
No.
She makes her own energy drink.
Oh.
yeah, but no.
She just had like a thing for it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like in a pink little can. I want to buy it just 'cause it's pink.
Okay. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about, we'll just wrap this up, is what's your feeling about the gym, and do you actually like it, or you just do it so you can look good on Instagram?
I love the gym.
Okay.
Love the gym.
For sure.
I like the gym, but it's like I don't like being there all the time.
Me too.
But it's also like the one I go to. Like I go to LA. Like it's such a popular gym, and I feel like once I get on a campus for school, then I'd like it even more because it's just all college students.
No, that's
And
why
they,
I
like-
hate it.
Some of the old
That's why I
farts.
hate it there.
Oh.
I hate going to the gym at school. I have to go with someone because it's just like the first time I walked into the rec, the entire CU hockey team was behind me going
sick.
to work out, and like that's what's scary too is that it's like there are like if you go at the peak times, which most definitely like do fit the best into your schedule, there are just so many like there's like gym bitches who are just staring at you being like, you're not hot enough to be in here, like I look better than you. But then there's also like gym guys who are like, A, they're checking you out, or B, are
Right.
like you have no clue what you're doing. Like I've had guys come up to me and be like, you like don't know what you're doing. I'm like,
Really?
yeah, like
That
like,
happens
yeah,
That's ballsy.
yeah,
That's
no, like,
ballsy.
because it's the Colorado. They have the egos.
Oh,
Like they
yeah,
think
it
they're
is
like so cool.
It is Boco.
So
yeah.
like, but once I started going like with my Boco baby, go buffs,
Go fucking.
go buffs.
Jesus.
Damn. Ew, I hate
But once
us
I
for
started
that.
going, once I started going with like my guy friend who I go to the gym with all the time now, I like, and like he knows what he's.
Do you guys have
doing.
play dates? They have play dates. They have play dates.
That's stinky.
That's a clip.
That's
You know exactly.
I've seen him
Yeah, you have seen him. No.
somewhere on a gym selfie.
Mm.
There's more than one. There's more than one.
No.
There's more
So
than
that
one.
that guy that I posted is like my like you guys. Holden, my friend Holden here, his twin brother.
I don't know who I'm just talking about. You're fucking your gym guy or not?
No,
How many are there?
one. There's one consistent.
Then why'd
one,
you
but
go?
we weren't gym buddies first. Like we became gym buddies because we were having play dates. So we're like, hey, like we'd get up, we'd be like, do you want to go to
how
the
that
gym?
works, eh?
And then we'd be
Yeah.
like,
That
yeah.
works.
So that's
You
why,
love
like,
cardio with this guy. You love getting the work done with this guy. I get it. We get it here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just can't get enough.
I mean,
Yes, I'm excited to go to the gym in Boulder.
going back to the whole original part of the question.
I can't wait.
Yeah, Love the gym.
Environment is a huge thing for the gym.
Yeah.
Like the place I go to by Daisy's, the only reason I like going there is because there's no one ever there.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
hate having people there.
Yeah.
Like even if I went to like Crunch one time with my friend Andrew Leon, and it's like, dude, I can't do anything. Like
Crunch
can't-
does get really busy too.
I hate having. I will never wait for a machine. If someone's using it, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I will never.
Yeah.
How many sets? Fuck that, dude. I'm here to work out. I'm not here to wait for you to do whatever the fuck you want. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask how many more sets
Like,
either.
Well, that's how the rec is. That's how all college
That's how like
gyms are.
like Viraj says Ohio State's a nightmare.
Yeah. It's
Oh, I'm sure.
horrifying.
You had to get like a
There.
whole membership somewhere else.
Like if you don't go before 9 a.m. and if you don't
Literally.
go after 9 p.m.
Literally.
you are waiting around. Like,
I
Is it-
normally
like,
just
it
use
sucks.
the treadmill and the stairs.
okay, good luck.
Yeah. No,
that's what I
good
normally-
luck.
oh.
They're still hard.
They're all
Like,
packed.
but like I haven't I haven't been able to hit a proper like back and buys day
Right,
in
exactly.
weeks because every time I go, I'm like, all right, like I'll just go do something else real quick, and then I end up just like completely like never
Yeah.
going back because every time I walk back over there, someone else is there.
That's what I had
I'm
to
going
do
on a
too.
run
I hate that.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be that
Do
weirdo.
some
I don't
elevation
run.
training. Yeah, some outside.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
good
go
for
to
you.
the trail, do some running.
Yeah,
on the
that's
weekend.
good. That's really good for you.
It
I'll
is,
hike
but-
it, but Riley doesn't run. The last time Riley ran, like I like coughed up blood.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like Riley doesn't run. Riley hikes.
Word.
Riley hikes.
Word.
Okay.
Valid.
Riley doesn't run.
Swag.
So.
You love that word.
It's a fun word to say.
Oh,
Posh, that's a good one.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
think,
code.
yeah, gosh. Hell yeah,
Ka.
God.
Fucking
Vanya came back from Oregon.
yeah, I remember.
I've been saying
So
"cuh"
cuh.
a lot this week.
Yeah, when I came
was
back,
like,
the
I don't
girls
like these
hated me
people.
because I said "cuh." I was like, all right, whatever.
Ka.
I don't like what those people did to you.
The last question I want to ask before you leave. Absolute last one. I
Okay.
said that was the last one.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, if I'm going on a date with a girl, what's the first topic I should bring up? The WNBA or her weight?
Why would you bring up her weight
Or her relationship with her father?
the first time you got with her?
Yeah, first date.
God.
Which one should I bring up first? Like
You've
out of
never
everything?
seen that woman.
I mean, yeah, whatever you
Any
bring
of
up
those.
first, you won't see her again. But go with the WNBA.
yeah.
Okay.
Because, like, why would you bring up her weight one ever?
Why would
Unless you guys are, like, having kids together and whatever, people
Yeah.
don't care anymore. And then the father thing, if it brings up, I guess it gets brought up. But, like, that's also kind of disrespectful.
Guys, take notes. I'm just here for the fans. I'm here for the
Here for the
audience.
fa-
This isn't for me. It was a friend asking. It was
Okay.
not for me.
Okay, I'm
But,
just saying,
I'll
like,
take some
either
notes here.
thing, no, they're not gonna
No.
get
Okay.
back with you. Whatever. WNBA, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You have 30 seconds to ask me any questions you want.
Oh my god. Wait.
Oh,
the pressure's on. 30 seconds and you've had an hour and a half.
27, 26.
Are you excited for
70.
Manchester?
Am I excited for Manchester? No, I want to stay home
What do
with
you-
Harper.
70. That's her name, right?
Yeah, wait.
16, 15.
Is that the girl? Are you
Girl,
girl? How are you?
Are you
how
gonna
to
see
say
her
you're
and like
see
trying to get
tomorrow?
with her when you go there this
Tomorrow.
weekend?
I'm going with friends only vibes. If anything happens when we're drunk, anything happens through the night, great. If it doesn't,
But you're
great.
not going in
You're
the entire
stand-
with a plate.
Okay, you've ran out of time.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
That
Love
was a good one.
I'm
was
glad you had a
great.
good time. This
was
was the
fun.
grill. Peace out, guys.
Bye.